I'm gonna say something that's deep to me, and when it's deep, I'm gonna repeat it so that it's received, okay? For all my positive people, nice, kind, peaceful, healing, non-confrontational people, right? Overall, that can be a really, really good thing. But there's a thin line between everything I just said and being inherently passive, okay? For the inherently passive people, it's something we need to understand. Evil is an active force. So if you believe that evil exists, but you take it a further step and realize that it's active, right? Moving around. It's got energy to it. It's got momentum to it.
Where there is light, there is dark.
So, with that being said, evil is an active force. And positivity can become an ally to evil. How? By not pushing back.
Positivity.
So if we allow evil to just exist, run amok, show up, do what it want to do, say what it want to say, fling, damage, sling mud, all those horrible things, and we never speak up, we never say nothing, we never confront it.
Is it passiveness or positivity? I just want to... Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I'm just asking.
What I said is positive people
Mm-hmm.
who are good.
Yes.
A lot of times we're silent.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
true.
if we're silent in our positivity,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get so silent that we become passive,
Okay.
meaning we allow all the fuckery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that the fuckery is evil, it's bad, it's negative, it's low vibration.
Mm-hmm.
We become an ally to it because we're allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to face it, stand up, push back against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's going to loom over all of us,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
I don't want to feel forsaken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have anxiety. I don't
Mhm.
want to be depressed.
Amen.
I don't want to be pulled back,
Mhm.
right?
That's right.
So, crabs in a barrel. Is it the crab just being the crab, or is it the barrel, right? When I say the barrel, I'm talking about circumstances. I'm talking about our environment. I'm talking about our resources, right? Some people feel like there's a lack of resources, right? It's not enough for everybody. So a lot of this pulling each other down and trying to snatch each other back or trying to keep each other down, I can't tolerate it. It's beyond on my nerves. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of it, right? Our community is under attack, but it's under attack from within.
Unfortunately.
People that look like you, imagine you are me. So when you're tearing me down, you're tearing yourself down. We're all connected.
That's true.
So a lot of people talk about what other people do to us. What about what we do to us? I can't control how other people see us, do us, view us, feel about us. But let's discuss us. Another thing, a lot of people talking about the kids. Oh, this generation. Well, I ain't had a problem with a kid yet.
But
guess where I'm getting my
resistance
from? 40-somethings, 50-somethings, 60-somethings. Grown.
Supposed to be grown women.
And most of them look like me. So we walk in this world. It's hard sometimes to walk in this world, but we gonna make it hard on each other. It ain't cute. It ain't a good look.
It ain't.
Right? We know what's going on in Hollywood. We know what's going on in the music industry. And now this blue app, right? It would be amazing if the low vibration people could just stay where they at. But that ain't what they do. They reach out.
And unfortunately, that's how some people operate, you know?
And to each his own.
Mhm.
But just because we don't bother nobody and we don't discuss nobody, we ain't gonna keep on being discussed either, right?
Mhm.
Because again, at some point, the test, the trials, the tribulations, ooh, they so happy. Ooh, they make it look easy. They enjoying themselves so much, I assume that they don't work at all. They make it look so easy. They must be living off their followers. Shitting me.
Facebook. We unfortunately, by the time we got involved with Facebook,
It was different.
yeah, it wasn't like
And for
that.
those that was here that knew what we had when we came on. Now, some people started accumulating stuff after they was on, but that's not our story.
Mm-mm.
But it ain't nobody business either. And we ain't gonna explain everything to everybody all the time.
Mm.
But what you're not gonna do is assume something and put false titles, false labels on us,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
We ain't never crooked nobody, right?
That part.
We operate multiple businesses,
Mhm.
okay? So we don't sequester, request, oh, everything we sell is beneficial to you.
Mhm.
You don't have to buy it, but if you do, it's beneficial to you too as well, right?
Mhm.
So I don't see nothing wrong with that. We
Mhm.
don't get on here saying subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
And we don't even know
don't
we
get
have
on here.
multiple products, multiple services. We don't even advertise our services on every
As-
live, which we could.
As much as we could.
Mhm.
And then there's some beautiful people on here that request more of us. Where's the journal? Where's the book? Where's the t-shirt? Well, let me tell you, if we produce those things, we're going to have to talk about it sometimes.
Mhm.
We're going to have to advertise sometimes,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But to continue producing more and more stuff when there's so many people that won't support the stuff that's already out there.
Mhm.
They already doing better than me. Are you worried about Walmart people? The people who own Walmart?
Mhm.
Or do you just go to the store and get what you need when you need it?
Mhm. That part.
Right? My wife, free medical
Information.
ain't charging, private consultations, right?
Mhm.
Don't, when she was recommending supplements, she didn't own none of it. It was just about helping the people.
And
so
now
naturally over time,
we have paid partnerships.
she has supplements, she has CMOS
Mhm.
products, and hell no, we don't make it over here. We
and
don't
send it.
touch nothing, right?
Mhm.
It's coming from America. So our people get to a point, and this is from talking to other people that look like us that are in business. They like, if it's a third party and it's not produced by you or made by you or your product,
They're
our
right.
people will support you to a certain extent. But if it's your baby, you created, it's got your name on it, our people have a tendency to not want to. Oh, that's ugly,
Mhm.
right? But we're starting to see it. And we're starting to see it from people that look like us.
Mhm. Kathy Green says some people is like a dead battery and can't start nothing.
Yes. So even though I've been watching people get attacked, people get slandered, people slander one another. And again, I'm seeing it from the 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds. I can't stand it,
It's sad.
right? And so let's do an example. Do you understand that our positive history, all the accomplishments that have been made over centuries is being wiped? One example, when you get time and you get off of here, Google the Black Panther or Black Panther. Just Black Panther. You know what's going to come up? The movie. Part 1, 2018. Part 2, 2022. Then when you scroll down further, it's going to say Panther, Black Panther, the animal, wallpaper. But guess what's not going to be there? The original Black Panther Party. We not paying attention. So if a young person Where's how do they even find the stuff when it's being removed?
So society is removing it, but how dare us
contribute to it? Next, when I was young, my beautiful role models on TV, right? Do y'all remember the lady's name from Star Trek? What was the black lady's name from Star Trek? Nichelle Nichols. Late 50s, early 60s on TV. Exemplary. Diane Carroll. Y'all remember her show, Julia? Single mom, nurse, positive. Shirley Chisholm running for Congress, right? Felicia Rashad in the 80s and 90s. Kerry Washington in the 2000s. So our examples are getting spread out thin, right? We somebody's wife on a reality show. We throwing drinks at each other. We flipping over tables. We popping off. The ratchet music, right? All of the low vibration negativity. It's wiping out all the accomplishments,
all the positivity, all the positive examples.
So when you show up and you're being positive, you look weird, odd, unfamiliar. How the hell is positivity becoming unfamiliar, people? Help me.
And it's unfortunate because when people from around the world think about Black culture now, they think about the ratchetness.
Yes.
Because that's what's being put out there.
And we support it, right? Nothing goes viral, hardly ever, that's positive. So we have to take responsibility for what we click on, what we tap into, right? Now, I can't control Al on here and make him send y'all the notifications. We can't make this message get beyond where it happens to already be, right? We know that we are being suppressed, flat out. That's what's happening, right? So that's another reason nobody should naively assume that we living off this.
That's right.
No, no, and no.
That's
okay.
Right.
Another thing, because I got time today. You hear me? I got time. At the end of the day, when I thought about all this negativity that we experience and that some of us give to each other, I always have to think, where is it coming from? What's the underlying thing? Why is it so rampant? Let's go back. 1712. Who knows what 1712 is?
Give them a minute.
Anybody. 1712.
Let's make it that.
The song is still in my head. Good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. Even talking about this, it's not bringing me down. And I'm passionate because somebody got to be passionate about it, right? All right. 1712 is when Willie Lynch sent his letter out for the slave owners to give them like a doctrine of how to manage, handle their property. Their property that we're speaking of course, is our people, right? So you got to understand how many of us there were. And so just based off numbers alone, how do you control that amount of people? You have to break their spirit. You have to dismantle their mind. You have to force them and keep them from unifying. And right, if you follow these steps, this thing will last around 300 years, right? It'll maintain itself. How does something maintain itself? Meaning the people, the property.
Okay, we back.
The people, the property will maintain it amongst themselves. So if it's 2024, how many years ago was 1712?
312, right?
That was 312 years ago. So we in the 312th year of something, and we are on autopilot.
Yep. So Brenda's commented what happened. You talk about the Willie Lynch. She said slave revolt. So it was in, he put it out. What is the making of a slave?
The making of a slave was what the letter was called. We're not gonna get into all the things, because look it up for yourself, right? I'm just talking about what we as a people now are doing with what has been given to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Break the chain. Stop hurting each other. Stop harming each other. Stop blasting each other, right? Stop competing.
Mm-hmm.
So, the making of a slave was a way to push an inferior mindset, right? An inferior mentality on the enslaved in order to eliminate the strength within numbers. If you remove the unity, you can divide a community. Again, and those are my words. If you remove the unity, you can divide a community. So mental slavery is subliminal. It's a tactic to keep a psychological chain on our minds. The old against the young, the tall against the short, the light against the dark.
And it may not seem like, but everybody knows it is still happening.
Yeah. Me and Chris both got curly hair. But whose hair is good hair? Whose hair is wash and wear? Whose hair is better? Right? All this little is ridiculous. Another thing Mr. Willie Lynch expressed. Let them be themselves, but make them hate themselves.
Trinket said history repeats itself. And it's been going on and on and on. That's right.
So when we sling mud on one another, when we make accusations against one another, when we accuse one another of things that there's no way we could really know if it's true or not, because we mad and we just want to say, or when we coming from a low vibration, low energy, jealous, hatred, and it looked like somebody else might have a little bit more or might be doing a little bit better. So we decide to, again, sling mud on it, shit on it, try to slow it down, try to stop it, try to block it. You hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you hate me. So again, the other people, they don't even got to spend time or waste time. They can build and have legacy and historically pass on all the stuff they accumulating while we over here fighting over scraps.
That part. And just, like you said, slinging mud instead of being a positive force, being putting out that negativity, for clickbait or for,
Yeah.
whatever, or
Ooh.
is that just the mindset? It's
This person is trending, or this person got a couple of followers. Let me see if I can tap into their audience, or let me see if I can. It's so petty and small and stupid, right? Hurt people hurt. What's another one? Haters gon' hate. Got a couple of more. What was the other ones? Evil people do evil things. Stupid is as stupid does. But at the end of the day, ignorant people try to destroy the very people that look like them.
falling into that slave mentality.
So, the crab. Is it the crab or is it the barrel? Right? What world are we existing in? What environment are we in? What are we surrounding ourselves around? Why do we feel such a lack of resources? Why do we feel like it's only one, and the one who appears to have what I want, let me try to take it from them, or at least make sure they don't have it? Instead of creating your own lane, figuring out your own way, spend all that energy and put it towards yourself. Stop praying against somebody else's downfall. Stop wishing on somebody else's downfall. Right? Focus on yourself. And all these little negative Nancy's, even when they laugh, it's sinister. I can feel it through the internet, through the phone, like, ugh, demonic energy. So it's sad and it needs to stop. But for those of us who are not participating in it, understand that by clicking on it, you are participating. You're feeding it. You're allowing it, right?
Yeah, when at the end of the day, we're going to continue to work on bringing positivity to the world.
We are.
Spreading information for free in my spare time. I answer medical questions for free in my spare time on supplements that can keep you healthy. Ain't that something? Who do that? Where they do that at?
Who do that? Where they do that at? But again,
yes,
we are in business. We have multiple businesses. We do work even though we live and we enjoy and we kiki and we have fun and we do it in different countries for long periods of time. So you either get in line with it or unfollow.
that part. And we are here to uplift and inspire.
But you have to stand up. Everybody, 100, stand on business, but in a negative, shitty kind of way. It ain't cool and it ain't okay, right?
That's right.
But at the end of the day, most of you get it. We love y'all. We have to kind of, since we the face of it, we have to take the brunt of it, right? Even for our business partners, right? They're doing the beautiful work of providing the services.
That's right.
We're just the face of the beautiful services, right? So when they take a hit, we take a hit, but we take it together. And guess what? We're in business with people that look like us.
That part.
We support our own.
That part. Viagra said, hey, it's okay for us to be us. Nobody is going to agree with other people all the time. It is okay. Yeah, that's okay. And do things happen in business? Do mistakes happen? Do delays happen in small businesses? Absolutely. But one thing about us is that we're going to stand by our products. We're going to stand by our services, and we're going to take care of our clients and customers.
Yep.
100%. Somebody on here just not said they got their products in the mail today.
And we appreciate you. Right?
We do.
We appreciate being appreciated. We appreciate you all. We celebrate you all like you celebrate us. But every now and again, you have to stand up against the darkness, right? Otherwise, it just keeps on keeping on. And we can't control it. We can't stop it. But you acknowledge it and you let it know, I see you seeing me,
Mhm.
I see you focused on me, but you can't, your power is not powerful enough to stop this, right?
That's right. That's right.
We're not tapping into it. We're not gonna start dogging people and telling people's information, and we're never going to be dragged into it,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
So if I was a crab, I'm at the top of the barrel, and you trying to pull me down, but that's the thing. I'm already out. I'm already out of the barrel,
And you can't bring us back.
and you can't pull me back in.
That's right.
So
Carmelita said, personally, I don't support or listen to negative platforms.
wonderful.
Love Nurse Princely.
Congratulations.
Yes. Hey, Vidette. Trinket said, delays happen in business. People expect small business to be perfect, but big businesses have issues all the time. That part. Niagara said, my hat goes off to y'all. Live your best life. Thank you. Thank you. And again, we're going to continue to spread the love like we do.
And at the end of the day, this is one more tidbit. When you're in a small business and you lose a family member, and condolences to our business partner, right? How do you tend to that level of what you got to do and maintain everything else, right? So in hindsight, what should have got out there and said, hey, death in the family, give me 3 to 4, 5 days.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to put her information out there like that, but what I didn't do during that time is promote the products. Now, whether or not somebody ordered or not, you know, I couldn't help that. But some people was messaging me like, oh, there's some delays in product. And I was like, yeah. And then I told them there was a family emergency, things like that, until she told me it was okay to say, hey, there was a death in the family. But as soon as she got back, she got them orders out. She got them issues taken care of. And that's it.
So Joy is a joy. She is still making everything by hand.
Quality products.
Right.
Even the CMOS Plus pills that she makes, they're not powders all put together.
There are no toxins, right?
Mm-hmm.
No chemicals. So salute to her. Kudos for her. And yes, life happens. Things beyond her control, right? So we're going to have some grace for her. We're going to continue to rock with her. We're going to continue to support her. And if she want to celebrate a birthday and take a couple of, maybe in future times, we'll just say, hey, and get ahead of it, right? But at the end of the day, we're not going to make it something that it's not.
Vidette says she lost on a conversation. And I know we're not directly addressing a certain issue, but basically we saying that there's other people out there that has the crab in the barrel mentality, want to bring other, you know, it's this black on black, bring each other down type of mentality.
Yeah.
And it's sad that this is existing, you
Right.
know, and it all comes, you know, back from, you know, when, you know, the making of a slave, you know, this mentality is carrying on for years and years and years. And even though we're not in slavery anymore, some of us are enslaved in our minds because of how we, you know, treat ourselves, because of how we treat our other people, you know,
Yeah.
and bringing each other down, you know, and that's the thing that we're talking about.
So we're talking about slinging mud on each other. We're talking about hurting each other. We're talking about trying to stop a person's growth. We're talking about trying to block another person's blessings, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those ugly things that we generally don't discuss, or we point the finger. They over there, them over there are
Mhm.
against us. And sometimes it's us against us,
That's
right?
right. That's
And
right.
so that's what we're talking about, right?
Mhm.
We're talking about the thing that doesn't get discussed that often, right? Because when you healing, you have to take accountability, right? And for those that ain't trying to heal, why are you trying to detract the healers from healing? You that miserable?
Yes, yes. But we gonna continue to uplift people. Like, it's so much stuff that we know about people, but we never, even if things don't work out between us, we never gonna talk down and talk bad on that person.
And that's what I do. I pay attention to how people move. How are you when you're mad? How are you when you're triggered? How are you when you're angry? How are you when you actually have a legitimate reason to blast somebody? But do you take the opportunity to do it, right? Or do you love you enough to say, okay, create the boundary, separate yourself. But why do you have to tear the person down?
But you,
I believe in the universe, and the universe gonna take care of everything and everybody, and it's gonna put everybody where they need to be. So I don't have to waste my energy doing it, right? And when you do put your energy into digging a grave for somebody else, again, dig too, because now, and I can see the sickness on the people, I can see the energy, I can see the environment, all of it's yuck. So I'm not tapping into it, right? But a lot of us out here are under attack from time to time, under siege, friends, family, foe, right? And we don't say nothing because if you poke the bear, it might get worse. But it's getting worse anyway.
And sometimes people wonder why certain things happen, and it's not that bad things don't happen to good people, because sometimes those bad things are tests for us to be able to see how we're going to handle the situation and how we're going to rise above the situation.
And like I said in the beginning, when you hit rewind, if you just came on, evil is an active force. It's doing what it does regardless.
But being that way, unfortunately, it attracts sickness to you. It attracts negativity
Disease
to you.
in the body.
It attracts bad situation. It attracts bad. But really, you know, especially the older, in order to have peace of mind in your spirit and your soul, in order to attract healing, physical healing in your body and your mind and your surroundings, you need to stop putting out negativity and focus on positivity, focus on joy, focus on healing, focus on growth. And your life will flourish more than you've ever expected if that's how you are.